Power of attorney is a legal concept where you give the power of another individual to make financial decisions on your behalf. My name is Dave Vandervoot. I work for RBC and I'm a private banker. And part of my specific focus is I deal with professional athletes. So I help manage their money. I help them make sure that they have some money when they're finished playing. And we help them along the way to understand how the money works for them.
RBC is there to really teach them about managing their finances and learning about what the whole process is and understanding taxation and planning appropriately for their future. So it's an introduction even at a very young age, but a good one.
We've got to be safe with our money and conservative and smart with everything we do so that in the end when we're done playing we have a solid amount of money to fall back on.
One thing I like to instill in the players is to make sure that they understand that at the end of the day it's their money and it's their career. And what ends up happening with a lot of these young men is they put their financial fate in the hands of people who sometimes don't have their best interests at heart or maybe don't know what they're doing, and they end up with less than they should. So I just want them to understand it's their money, it's their life, and they need to take control of it.
If you get to the NHL, everybody makes a different salary. When I got called up in Columbus, Sergei Fedorov just got traded to Columbus about 2 weeks before, and both of us are living at the hotel. And I don't know really anybody, so I hang out with Sergei. I'm like 22 years old, and I think back then I was making $600,000, something like that. And he's been making $10 million a year for the last 10 years. So you go to dinner with him, you go to lunch with him, and lunch are not $20, they're $100 because we go to a nice place to eat our pasta. We don't go to Olive Garden. Sergei Fedorov doesn't eat at Olive Garden. So these things turn quickly, and if you don't keep count and if you don't have a plan, that's where you can get in trouble.
I think the education of young people in terms of managing their money and understanding money is going to save a lot of problems down the road, whether they become pros or not. We just want to make sure that they understand some of the concepts and take responsibility for it, and that's an important part of that. As a parent of young men, that's what we try and instill in our kids, and I just want them to walk away with that knowledge.